Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass,
You can be anything you want. Just keep going, going.
Hey, you're right here on Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
In this scene, the prosecutor, Mr. Gilmore, is interrogating Mr. Heck Tate.
In your own words, Mr. Tate, what happened that night?
Well, I was called.
Can you tell that to the jury, Mr. Tate? Who called you?
I was fetched by Bob Yule that night. It was on the night of November 21st. I was leaving my office, but then Mr. Yule came in and said that a black man raped his girl.
Did you go?
Certainly. I went as fast as I could.
And what did you find?
I found her laying in the middle of the floor in the front room. She was pretty well beat up. I went to go help her up. She cleaned her face in a bucket of water. I asked her who did it. She said it was Tom Robinson. So I went to his house to confront him. She said that he was the one that did it. So I brought him in.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions, Atticus?
Yes. Mr. Tate, did you call a doctor?
No.
So you didn't call a doctor?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, I felt it wasn't necessary.
So you didn't call a doctor?
No.
Answer 3 times, Atticus.
I just wanted to make sure. Describe her injuries, Heck.
She had bruises on her arms. She was beaten around the head, and she had a black eye coming.
Which eye? Oh, can you remember?
I think it was her left.
Was it her left facing you, or was it her left looking with you?
Let's make her right.
Which side?
It was her right. But she had more bruises. Do you want to hear about those?
Yes, I would.
Well, she had definite finger marks all around her throat.
Okay. Were they in the back of her throat? Were they in the front? Where were they at?
I'd say that it was all around.
You would?
Yeah, she had a pretty small throat.
Yes or no? Were they all around, Sheriff?
Yes.
In this scene, Bob Yule is being interrogated by Mr. Gilmore.
Mr. Robert Yule,
That's my name, Captain.
are you the father of Mayella Yule?
Yeah, and her mom's dead.
Are you the father of Malleal?
Yes, sir.
Is this your first time in court? I don't recall ever seeing you here. Well, let's get something straight. There will be no speculation of any subject as long as I'm sitting here.
In your own words, can you tell me what happened on November?
On the night of the 21st, I was coming from the woods with a load of wood, and when I got to the fence, I heard Mayella screaming. So I ran as fast as I could into the house,
What time was it, Mr. Yule?
just before sundown. And as I was saying, Mayella was screaming, fit to be Jesus.
Yes, she was screaming?
Well, Mayella was raising this holy racket, So I dropped my wood and ran as fast as I could, but I ran straight into the fence.
There's been a request in the courtroom that all women and children will be removed. I deny this because people can choose what they want to see and choose what they want to hear, and it's up to the parents to decide if they allow their children to see it.
Mr. Yule, did you see the defendant having sexual intercourse with your daughter?
Yes, I did.
You say you were at the window?
Yes, sir.
How far up was the window?
About 3 feet.
What did the room look like?
It was all slung out like there was a fight.
What did you do when you saw the defendant?
Ran out towards the front of the house, but he managed to get in front of me by going through the front door.
Did you identify the man?
Yes, I did.
What did you do after?
Ran as fast as I could for tape.
Thank you, Mr. Yule. Now Atticus questions Mr. Yule.
So you were doing a lot of running that night, weren't you? You ran from the woods. You ran in the house. You ran to Myella. You ran to Hectate. You never thought to run to a doctor?
Never thought of it.
Were you not concerned with her physical condition?
Positively was.
But you didn't think you needed a doctor?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Bob Yule, can you read or write?
Objection! That has nothing to do with the trial.
If you let me ask this question and the next one, you will soon understand. So I'll repeat. Can you read and write?
I most certainly can.
So will you write your name on this whiteboard for us?
Sure.
Alright. So, as you see, you are left-handed. Myella was beaten dominantly on the right side of her face.
Yes.
In this scene, Mr. Gilmore is interrogating the victim, Mayella.
What were you doing on dusk that evening?
On the porch.
What porch?
There's only one, the front porch.
What were you doing on the porch?
Nothing. You can tell us the truth, game. Now, you should not be afraid of anyone in this courtroom. As long as you tell us the truth, they have nothing to be afraid of. What are you afraid of? Who are you referring to?
Him.
Mr. Finch? Why are you afraid of him?
I don't want him tricking me like he tricked Papa.
How old are you?
19 and a half.
Mr. Finch won't scare you. If he does, I will stop him. And now, you're a big girl, so tell us the story.
I was sitting on my porch and he walked by and I asked him to cut up my hip rope for me.
And then what happened?
I went inside to get him a nickel and when I turned around he jumped on me and had me by my neck.
Did you scream?
As loud as I could.
What happened?
I don't remember too much, but the only thing I remember is Papa standing over me. Then he was hollering and then I fainted. And then I saw Mr. Tate.
Did you fight him off as hard as you could?
Yes.
Do you love your father?
What do you mean?
I mean, is he good to you?
He's okay, except for when.
Except when what?
Except for nothing.
Except when he's drinking? Does he ever beat you?
He never touched me.